CBS 13, but he's not able to be here. His son got sick, and so he will not be joining us. However, we are happy that Mr. Schornack is here. He's ABC co-anchor for 5, 6, and 11 p.m. news, ABC News 10 Sacramento. He also co-anchors the weeknight editions of News 10 at 5 o'clock with Christina Mendoza. Mr. Schornack, it's your time now, please.
Tara, I just want to say that was absolutely stunning. You know, when a lot of high school graduates get their diploma and head off to college, they also get a car. And Tanishq was wondering which of these red convertibles is his. Take your pick. It's an honor to be here. This is really the first time I've been in a room full of people very well educated, articulate, successful adults. And the smartest person among us is a 10-year-old boy. But he is an extraordinary young man. I was blessed, I have been blessed throughout my career to meet some fascinating people, and certainly Tanishq is among the most amazing. It is a pleasure to call Tanishq my friend. We actually met in kind of an unusual place. That was out at the California State Fair, and that was several years ago when he was just a little guy. And a lot of kids, of course, when they go out to the fair, they're there for the midway and the rides, the fun, and I think Tanishq was probably more wanting to check out the science exhibits at the fair, but he's also a guy who likes his video games and knows how to have a good time. But it was so interesting to have a conversation with this young man who probably was 7 at the time, and I'm meeting him for the first time, and I'm up here looking out at Tanishq, and we're talking, and I'm having this adult conversation, and we're talking about science and space flight, and he's 7 years old, and I'm just fascinated by the conversation. And it turns out that we actually have quite a few common interests, but right at the top would be our common passion for anything to do with space. Space flight, rocketry, astronomy, aerospace, the planets. In fact, I didn't know that there was a planet made almost entirely of diamonds. I was 4,500 light years away, but I did not know this until I got a message from Tanishq on my Facebook page. When I work in the news and I think I know what's going on, and I'm reading this, going, this is the most interesting thing I've learned today. Thank you, Tanishq. I'm very certain that Tanishq knows quite a bit more about astronomy and science than I do. I've never lectured for 30 minutes on the God particle. Tanishq has. As a reporter, I'm always excited with one of my stories, and a few times they've been having to do with aerospace, when they get picked up by the networks and one of my stories runs on the national news. Turns out Tanishq has actually had quite a bit more national news exposure than I've had, including a correspondent for the Doctors program on CBS. But I don't think his destiny is to report the news. I think Tanishq's destiny is going to be to go out there and make the news. I do want to say a little bit about and acknowledge the support of his family, because certainly without Biju, Taji, and Tiara, Tanishq wouldn't have had this incredible success, or at least, he may have taken one more year to graduate high school. He would have done it at 11 instead of 10 or something. But I know that you all three made a lot of sacrifices, putting careers on hold, and it took a lot of time and effort and inspiration, and even the help from you, Tiara, to get him here this day. And so to all of you, his wonderful family, well done.
Thank you.
It wouldn't be a graduation speech unless I gave a few quick words of advice. These are actually borrowed from the salutatorian who spoke at my own son's high school graduation just a few nights ago. My son took 18 years to finish graduate. I'm still proud of him. He didn't do it in 10. First, little lesson that I will borrow from the speech: don't let books get in the way of your education. In other words, Tanishq, learn from people, from experiences, from travel, maybe occasionally a TV newscast, but don't always let books get in the way of your education. And also, secondly, life begins at the edge of your comfort zone. You're actually a very good living example of that. And what that means is challenge yourself. And obviously you're already doing that, but it's the best way to grow and really learn what you can accomplish. Amazing things like graduating from high school at the age of 10. And finally, just a quick word about Tanishq, because I know a lot of you know him better than I, but despite his amazing abilities and accomplishments, Tanishq doesn't hold himself above anyone else. He is a humble, polite, respectful young man with insatiable curiosity. And Tanishq, that will serve you very well as you go out, not just to conquer the world, but to make it a better place. And in many, many ways, you already have. Congratulations.